Welcome back to the tutorial. We are going to look at sequential access paths. As I already do, I want to teach this, but by creating the simple application that we can all master together. So let's click on Create Project. Then select Windows Form Application. Click Next. Let's name it Names Entry Application. Click on Next. Create it there. Alright, so the first thing I want us to do is to design the user interface of our application. Then we can code the necessary buttons to respond to our event. So I want us to minimize this thing a bit. This is a simple application that I want us to create. Alright, so the first thing I want you to do is to pick a label from the toolbox. Label and put it here. Okay, then go to properties. Change the text property to name. Let's change font size. Make it a bit bigger. Let's say 12 or 14 is enough. Okay. Then let's copy this label. Copy. Let's paste it. Okay, and let's name this as contestant. Alright, so once we are done, I want us to go back to the toolbox and pick a text box. Text box, okay. Then I want us to change the multi-line property so that we can expand the text box to our desired width, height. Then I want to select the text box, go to properties, and change the name to TXT names. Alright, then I think that's all. I want to copy this text box, Ctrl C on Windows, and paste. Then I want to expand this text box higher, and then I want us to also look for its scroll property. For scroll bars, okay, so that is it. Then let's do with both, or let's do with horizontal scroll, okay. And then let's change it property, let's select it again and name it a TXT contestant. The name. Alright. And the next thing I want us to do is go to the toolbox and select button. Okay. Then let's this is good. Let's go to properties and then btn save name. Then let's go to it, the text property. So save name of contestant. Then again, I want us to copy this button and paste it. Okay, and paste another one. Alright, so let's select the first one, then change the property to read names. Read names from file. Okay, then I want us to modify this one to save name to file. Then as usual, our exit button. Let's change the name property to btn exit, and then let's get back to read names to file. Change the property to btn read file. Okay, so now that we have our application well structured, it's about time to code the various buttons. What happens to them when you click them to code them? So first, you're going to look at save name to file. Double click on it for it to open the code window. And the next thing we do is to define variable for the output writer. So dim out file as input output dot stream writer. Okay, the next thing you have to do is to open the file you want to write output to. So out file is equal to input output dot file dot append text, and you have contestant dot text. Okay, then now we write to the file at file dot write line. Okay, then we call the text box input and write it to the file. Then you call out file dot close method to close the output file. Now you want to add some field text to our text box input. So tst names dot text is equal to string dot empty to set the text field into empty field for new input. Then let's put the focus on our text box. Tst names dot focus. Okay, and that is it. So let's first run our application and see what happens. Start. All right, so let's first enter James Amora and say saved file. See, no error, nothing happens. So it means the name has been saved to the file. For a full application, at least you should be able to tell the user that the names have successfully written to the file. You'll come to that as you move along. Let's add another name. Let's say Gideon Samoa save to file. Let's say Bedu save to file. Let's add Joe Mendes save to file. Let's say Kofi Jones, then let's save to file. Okay, then let's exit our application for the next section. Thanks for watching. A magician once said, the art of disappearing is not enough if the object can't reappear. So after coding our application to us, for us to be able to input names, it is our time to read those names back into our application. So double click on the read names from far bottom to open its private sub procedure so that we can code that section. That will help us to bring back our names into our application. So first, as you did initially, I'm going to declare what variables. So I'm going to comment them clearly for you. Declare variables. Then we have, because we are going to read from far, in far as input output stream reader. Okay, then dim string name as string. Then I want us to clear date session. Okay, this is where you show the names of our contestants. So let's clear that section by calling it property name, tst name, contestant dot text is equal to string dot empty. So that will empty or clear the text box for us. Now comes the actual process. Because you are going to read into a file, you have to make sure that the file really exists. So make sure the file exists before reading from it. So if conditional statement input output dot file, let's call it method exists. Okay, let's pass in the name of the file. The name of this file is what? Contestant dot text, and then let's return true. So if that is equal to true, then the file exists. Then we can read from the file. The next thing you have to do is to open the file for input. So in file, equal input output dot file dot open. Okay, so we are going to open the text. So open text. Let's use this. Then we call in contestant of test file. All right, so now comes the loop that will help us to read from the file until there is no record left. So do until info dot peak equal -1. Okay, there's a function called peak. Okay, that move to the next line. As long as there is enough data to read, this will always return a positive integer. So then you read the names, okay, and store them. So read the names and store them in the variable string name. So string name is equal to info dot readline dot readline. Okay, now once you read the file, then you display it. Okay, or show the name in the input in the text box of contestant. So tst contestant.text is equal to tst contestant.text and string name and control car dot new line to output each name on its own line. Okay, so if the file does not exist, then you should output an error message. So you can do that by calling the message box dot show method, then just pass in our error message, can't read or can't find the contestant dot text file. Okay, I have message box button dot okay and message box icon dot info. All right. Okay, there's one mixing item here. The title of the message box is game show contestant. All right, so this should clear that error message. Then there's one last button that you have to work on, the exit, then called application dot exit function. And we save our app, go to our design, then we run our app. All right, previously we did create a file, so let's try and read the content from the file and see if it will work. Cannot find contestant.txt file, so it means our file was not saved, or probably you passed in a wrong name. So let me exit the application, go back into our code, and probably change the name to contestant and see if it will work. Let me check previously. Yeah, it was contestant. Okay, so let's run our application again. Then let's say read from files and see. Cannot find the contestant or test file. Okay, so it has not played that. Open contestant. Let's go to the section where you created the file. Let me copy this and put it back, copy and paste. Okay, so yes, let me leave it that way. Okay, so let's run application again. Let's try and read. Okay, so you see it has seen our files and it's reading from them. You can add different category of names to, let's say Joe, I'm concerned, save name. Okay, so as for exception unhandled, the process cannot access the file users because it's being used by another process. Okay, so there was a problem here that I think we have not addressed. The file was still opened at some point in time after the loop. I think the next thing you have to do is to close the file. Okay, so you call the infile dot close method. Okay, the infile dot close method. So now let's stop the application and then run the application again and let's see. So let's read the names, then add names to it. Joe Amponsan. And let's save to file. Let's read the names. You see, Joe Amponsan has been appended to our contestant. Let's add more names. Add names: Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, Donald J. Trump, the convict, Mark Zuckerberg, I don't know if that correct spelling, and let's read from the file. Okay, so you can see all those names have been appended to the file successfully. You can also add more. Eric Trump. It's in wow. Stephen Curry. Trevor. Wow. I read it from the file. Okay. So the scroll, let me see if the scroll property on file will work. Okay, it's working. It's working. It's able to scroll. It's not. I don't think so. Okay, it can scroll. Okay, that's good. So that is it. That brings to our end the end of this tutorial. Uh, Sequential access file part one. I will bring you more tutorials on this.